So Esav's coming in from a long day, and he's hungry. So he asks his brother for some food. He asks his brother, Yaakov, could he have some lentils? Yaakov says, sure. Just sell me your birthright. So people often ask, this seems very not so nice. It seems like Yaakov, our forefather, is taking advantage of Esav. Why would he do this? So anytime we read a story in Chumash, and we read what happened to the Avos, our forefathers, we have to do it through the lens of the rabbis, the lens of Chazal, who have a tradition back from Sinai about what really happened and what the motivations of everyone involved was. The Stipler writes, based on a medrash, that really Esav thought he was tricking Yaakov in this situation. The birthright had no value to Esav at all. Why? Because it had no benefit, no immediate physical benefit, and that's what Esav cared about. He didn't care about spirituality. He just cared about having physical pleasures, cared about the here and now. Any future spiritual goals were meaningless to him. So he thought the birthright was meaningless. He didn't care about it. So he says, you know what? I'm going to trick my brother. I'll give him this worthless birthright, and I'll get a good meal out of it. Who cares? Works out for me. But what happens in the end of the day? After he finishes his meal, he did, after all, grow up in the house of Yitzchak. He feels a little regret. Maybe he should have been focused on those spiritual goals, because all the physical benefit that he got at that moment is gone now. It's disappeared. And he regretted what he did. And really, we shouldn't be so shocked at what Esav did, because very often we do it ourselves. How often do we give up our spiritual goals for an immediate physical pleasure? We all know that after 120 years, we're not going to be here anymore, that we can't take anything that any physical things with us. All the money we made, it's not coming with us. All the physical pleasures we had are going to be meaningless. The only thing we can take with us are our mitzvahs, are the Torah that we studied, our spiritual goals. But how often do we ignore those and just abandon them for an immediate physical pleasure? Unfortunately, we do it too often, and we ignore what's really important. So as we read this parsha, let's all remember to not sell our birthright, and to always grow spiritually and to remember what's really important in life.